So this here is Doug Sanders, and we're just here to talk about his story because he has kind of a unique one. He really had the ability to move kind of through Springfield, through a couple of its programs, just to experience a specific kind of life change, and we're really excited to have him here. So Doug, will you talk about, so your story really starts Victory Mission and a little bit before that. So how did you get connected with that first program with Victory Mission?
It actually started in St. Louis, Missouri. Grew up single mom. Grew up about 16. Fell into the wrong crowd. Went through an addiction for about 16 years. And ended up in prison for 17. And when it's time for me to get released, I went get into a Christian-based program. And so my parole officer contacted Mark McNally at Victory Mission. And he called. We talked on the phone. We had an interview. He accepted me in the program. I got to Springfield last year, August 3rd, 2018. And from there, Mark and Victory Mission just changed my life. They opened up the doors for me. They poured into me, set me up with jobs for life, life skills, one heart. The whole program was just about restoring your heart and getting back in connection with God and, changing your life. So I did JFL here in Schweitzer, and that's the program that changed my life because I met some people that really touched me, and went on from there and just stayed committed and stayed obedient, and God just did the rest. But this been a blessed year. I went through the phases. Because in the program, you go through 3 phases: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So I went through all the phases, and I'm on my way to graduation for the whole program. So God really worked, but you have to do the work too. You have to believe and trust, and I trusted Mark, and he never stirred me wrong. Put me with all the right people around me. So you have to change your people, places, and things. You really do have to change your people, places, and things. It makes a difference. And I have like three mentors, and with small groups, and I just try to stay connected and stay involved with people of the same mind. Because before I used to, be with the wrong people of the wrong mind. So I see the difference in life.
Yeah. So I'm interested. You said you got connected, Victory Mission, and the Jobs for Life here, and I know Jobs for Life kind of really exemplifies what Mary was talking about doing community or doing change with, right? Instead of just for making our transition from kind of just like giving handouts to really going the distance, right? And so a big part of Jobs for Life is the mentors, which in that program they're called champions. So what was that process like, and what was the relationship with you and with your mentor?
Well, my champion was Aaron Warren, the son of Scott Warren, and but it wasn't just him; it was all the other champions that was involved too, and it was a collective body. They helped all of us, and to this day, I still have a relationship even with the other champions. So, it's just good to have people that, you got to see, coming from addiction and street life, you have to see what it is, what it looks like, what life really should look like. Before we live in them cities and hoods and all that, you don't see life, because all you know is that type of life. So once I got to Victory, they showed me what life looks like. And when I got to JFL, they gave me the confidence, because I used to couldn't speak. A year ago, ain't no way I could sit up on this stage and talk to you all. I never spoke. I didn't have the confidence, and I used to then think that, I used to think, what are they thinking? What do they think about me and all this? And Miss Norma, she was a champion. She just told me, she told me, she said, "You're a child of God." She looked at me in my face and said, "You are a child of God. You are worthy and you deserve this." And from there, it just clicked. And from there, I just started getting more confidence and more confidence. And the way they intertwine the scripture with life skills and professional, I mean, it worked. I'm like, this makes sense, So Jobs for Life is a great program, and I recommend it.
Yeah. So I'm interested because I don't actually know a ton about I'm assuming you're talking about Victory Mission phases, right? 1, 2, and 3. So what do those phases look like? What is required in each of those stages?
Phase 1 is a blackout. When you first get there, there's no TV. You can't leave the premises without Phase 2 guy or RS, which is a residential supervisor. It's mostly, Phase 1 is mostly about it's really about spending time with you and God. That's how I did it. It was just a time for me to dive into the scriptures and figure out what do I really want and give God a chance. But it worked for me because I was institutionalized. So I was used to a certain way of life, even in prison. And when I got there, wasn't no TV. I couldn't watch the news anymore. Couldn't watch sports, except for the Chiefs game. But I don't like the Chiefs, So I didn't watch no sports. So that was unfair, but because I'm not a Chief fan, but but Phase 1 was just I don't know, man. I had one-on-ones with Mark. At the time, the program was kind of small, so we had a lot of time and just listening to him, and he had to deal with we had to deal with certain issues, because I was like kind of nervous because I knew the world changed. And if you watch Fox News and CNN, you thought the world was just hateful. So, and that was my thoughts. And I was like, man, people out here just hate people for a difference. You know what I'm saying? So Mark walked me through it. I did Living Free.
What is that?
That's like you go out to it was at James River. It's kind of like a 12-step, but it's used with the scriptures. I did Purpose Driven Life with Rick Warren. I did Financial Freedom with Missy. I did Life Skills with Dan Ryder and Springfield Cardinals. One Heart with Jason. Bible Study with Mark. So that was like Phase 1. And then you had a volunteer assignment where you had to go volunteer for a few hours. I worked at the food pantry, and that changed my life. Because for the first time, I was, I felt something, because some of the people coming there are really hurting. And I could see it, and it was rough, especially a lot of women. It was rough. It was really, and I was, all I could say to myself is, this addiction still kicking, Hasn't anything changed after 17 years? For a minute I thought they stopped selling crack cocaine and drugs and stuff. Because I didn't see it, but it's still out here, and it looked like it was getting worse. So, but I was making up food baskets, and it felt good to be helping somebody. Jesus said to feed the poor and clothe them and help others. So it wasn't about me, and that's what Victory Mission taught me. And that phase 1 was about helping others, reaching out, and just put me on a path. In Phase 2, you go get a job, and you use the skills that you learned at JFL, how to talk and how to fill out resumes. But God had blessed me. I already had got a job from going to the Missouri Job Center because Mark used to send us up there. That was part of the criteria. So I got a job before I even hit JFL. Maybe I was in JFL about a week or two. But I got a job. But phase 2 is about getting a job and saving money and preparing yourself. You know, and tithing. And you got to find a home, get a mentor in a home church. And then phase 3 is when you move out of the mission and you get into one of the Victory Mission homes. Like I lived over here on Stanford Street. Me and another roommate, and I just recently moved because I just got a house. So I'm graduating. So after phase 3, so I mean it's been a blessed journey, man. All glory to God.
That's awesome. It sounds like you're really a product of Springfield, right? That you were part of, James River, part of Schweitzer, part of Victory Mission, part of the Cardinals, part of that you had all of these things, not part of the Cardinals, but like you were part of the Cardinals. It's fine. You get it. But that's really cool that that you really were able to come into all these places, and all these places had these partnerships, right? That really got you, phase 1, kind of reworking your identity, giving you those soft skills and potentially hard skills, right? Phase 2, just being on the other side and getting out of yourself and talking about like, oh man, yeah, it's being able to think about somebody else, realizing that the life you live isn't just your own, but that you do it for other people. So phase 3, you're graduating, you get into your house. What do you want to do next? What dreams do you have?
Well, now it's phase 4, so I want to.
Oh, there was a 4th phase. Yeah. I was unprepared for that. Oh, goodness.
It's a 5, 6, and 7 too. So every year it's a phase in everyone's life. Man. Y'all go through phases. You can call it what you want, but now I'm in Schweitzer Church, and I want to be part of a change, man. I hope we can do a strong outreach and get in the trenches. I want to get out there and feed the people and help the people, I want to get out there and tell my testimony. So, like I told you, people on the streets have to see what it looks like. They're not going to believe you all, because if you all have degrees and all of this, they're going to feel like you don't understand what they're going through. You don't know how it is. Walk in my shoes. It's easy for you to tell people the text out of a book, but you haven't lived it, and that's how they think. That's how the brain think of an addict. So, but I'm a living testimony. I'm a living witness because I lived it. So I hope to be used as a vessel for Schweitzer or a Victory Mission to bring others to God and to give them a life. They still have a chance to live. I'm 49 years old. At first, when I was in prison, when they gave me that time, I'm like, man, ain't no way I'm going to be able to live at 50. I said, I'm going to be old. I'm going to miss everything. I didn't even want to, and for a minute, I didn't even want to live through that. And so, but God opened my eyes and put people in my life that told me that you can live. God said, I came to give you life and life abundantly. And that's what he did. So I just want to be the one to tell these people and show these people that God is real and people, and there are still good people who wants to see you be successful in this life, who don't care about your addictions, your crimes, because you paid for that died when Jesus died. So you got to understand that. And so I just hope to, get out here and just help others come to the Lord and get off, because addiction is a heartbreaking thing, man. Addiction, it kills family. I couldn't go all into my personal life, but it kills family life. It kills relationships professionally, and I hate to see addiction. If there's one thing that I hate in this life, it is addiction. Because I know how it is. I've been there. I've been in the darkness. I know what the darkness looks like. But now I know what the light looks like. And I love the light. I know I don't want to be in the dark. So So that's my plan. You know, it's just about reaching out to others, man, and helping and pull them through and give them hope. And like God say, I'm gonna give you a future and a hope. But first, you gotta seek the kingdom, and all things shall be added. And so I believe, and you gotta believe, man. You got to believe what God says, and you got to commit yourself and follow through. Don't be a quitter and just do it and trust. So,
Doug, thank you so much for sharing your story. Can we give him a round of applause, please? Man, I really appreciate it. It is a brave thing to get up and tell your story.